So I said in my last stream that I was going to start recording videos as I can about the dreams that I did have on my channel back in 2011, 2013 before I deleted it. So I'm just going to get right to it. My first dream that I had was about 2003, 2004. And at the time my daughter was 13, 14 years old. So in my dream, it was my husband, myself, and a girl that I thought was my daughter at the time. But she was younger. She was about 10 or 11 years old in the dream, which kind of didn't make sense. And in the dream, we're walking across the Howard Franklin Bridge. And at the time, we lived in St. Petersburg, and that bridge connects St. Pete to Tampa. And so we were walking across the bridge, and it was hazy and real smoky. And we were with a large group of people, and I remember we were carrying cat carriers, which was odd. I told you we do cat rescues, so so as we're walking across, I looked out across the water on both sides of the bridge, and you could see battleships and submarines that were sitting on the top of the water and whatnot, and there were soldiers' trucks on both sides of the bridge that lined the bridge, and they were waving people to keep walking, and we're walking from St. Pete towards Tampa over the Howard Franklin, and Tampa was burning. Most of the buildings were on fire. The air was very thick with smoke, but you could see that very plainly that Tampa was on fire. And so we're being waved across the bridge by these soldiers, and I was not able to see clear enough what uniforms they were wearing. So the dream obviously made me take notice because I felt like I was being shown something, but again, it didn't kind of make sense at the time because my daughter was a couple of years older than the girl that was in the dream that was being shown to me. And so then I had another dream, and the same girl was in my dream. And we're talking about maybe 2005, 2006. And when I started having the dreams, they started about 2003, 2004, and for a while they were... I was given many dreams, and then they kind of stopped for several years, and then I ended up with a few more dreams, so I do have quite a few that are worth noting. In the second dream, it was the same girl. I was in a house I did not recognize, and I had a feeling that when you looked out the window, there was a fireplace on one side of me, and it looked like a light-colored couch in front. And I was looking out the window, and I could see like a clearing in between the trees. And as I'm watching out the window, I see what looks like a fireball or something starts coming down. And as it touched down, a big mushroom cloud came up, and I jumped on top of the girl and pushed her to the floor. Happy to report, the house that we're living in right now fits the description looking out the living room window. We had the fireplaces on the one side. I have a cream-colored sectional, and when you look out the window, we're in a modular home, so it's kind of up off the ground, and you look over the porch, so it kind of almost gives us the appearance that we're on a second floor. And right in front of us is about 3 acres in front of us is the neighbor's house, and the way that the tree line falls it lines up with everything that I saw in that dream. Now, just to let you know, I'm raising my granddaughter. My granddaughter looks just like my daughter, and I'm wondering if this was my granddaughter that I had seen in my dreams, because again, around the same time, she looked like she was about 10 or 11 years old in this dream as well. And then of course I woke up. I had another dream about my husband, my daughter, and myself being on vacation. And we had rented a cabin, and I was out taking a walk, and there were beautiful green rolling hills. And all of a sudden, this white beam comes from the sky, and it hits one of the hills in front of me, and it literally starts burning everything it touches. And so I obviously ran, and I started running for the cabin, and it was literally following me, and everything it touched, it burned. Now, I had this dream probably about 2008, 2009. This was one of the ones that I had on my channel. In my dream, of course, I run into the cabin, and I tell him, get out, we gotta go run. And the beam comes through the cabin and literally starts catching everything in the cabin on fire. Now, of course, we all know that is a dew laser beam. That was something I was shown years and years and years ago. And so the first time I saw a video where they actually showed the dew laser beam, I realized that that's what I had been shown. Like I said in my last video, don't have any proof of it because I did cancel my channel and erase all my videos. That's my bad. So I won't tell you the dream that caused me the distress that I ended up erasing my channel for. So in this dream, I was with a dark-haired female, and I couldn't see her face. I could only see the back of her head. And me and her at the beach, and she has this beautiful little baby, looks about 10 months old. And so we set up right on the water's edge, and, you know, we put the baby down by the water, and she lays her chair out, and she's tanning, and, you know, I'm keeping an eye on the baby, and we're sitting by the water, and it's a gorgeous day, clear skies, beautiful clouds, beautiful day. All of a sudden, I see across the water this storm is coming, and I look at the female, the girl that I was with, and I says, there's a storm coming, we need to start packing up. And so I look back, and the storm is literally almost overhead, and I look back to the female, and of course the baby's sitting in front of me, you know, on the edge of the water, and she's got all her stuff, and she's dragging all her stuff up the beach, and she left the baby. And so I was like, oh my God. And so I grabbed the baby, and of course the storm is right over us now, and everything's turning pitch black from the storm. And so I got the baby in my arms, and I start running up the beach, and as I'm running up the beach, she just left this baby, and as I'm running up the beach, the sand starts to incline, and the faster I'm running, the more steep it's becoming, and it's becoming steeper and steeper. And so I've got the baby in my arms, and I'm clawing and digging my way up this steep incline that the sand is becoming. And as I'm trying to save this baby, and just the sand is raining down on my head. And so I woke up. That was another dream I had on my channel about 2015. My daughter got pregnant, and her boyfriend were very happy about it. He had 2 kids from a previous marriage, and she was very, very excited. She was going to keep the baby. Not even a week later, I get a phone call. She needs us to come get her, come pick up all her stuff. They broke up, and now she's going to terminate this pregnancy. And so it didn't connect at the time that this is what I had dreamed about, but we offered everything. Come move back home, we'll put you through school, I'll babysit the baby, we'll build you a 1-bedroom cabin in the backyard so that you have your own home with your child, but we're here to help you. I mean, it did not matter what we offered to help try to save this baby. The more we offered, the more her excuses rained down on my head like grains of sand. And so ultimately she ended up terminating the pregnancy. And that's what got to me so much that I ended up erasing my channel and taking down all the videos. It just got to be a little heavy, too personal at the time. I was also going through a huge chastisement from the Lord, although at the time I didn't realize that that's what was going on. So there's a couple dreams, and I will try to record a few more as I can. Thank you.